Hi there folks, Leon Faulkner here, Senior Instructor at the Northern Beaches Golf Academy. Here on a wonderful sunny Anzac Day 2012, a date where we pay tribute to all the servicemen and women, both past and present, that have served our country so proud, lest we forget. Let's have a look at today's tutorial. One of the main questions that I have asked from my students is how to handle bad lies from around the green. How to chip from poor lies where the ball is not sitting too well. I'm going to show you a very simple exercise here that can help you to chip out a very bad lie from around the green. Before we start, let's just have a look at an example of a bad lie. So as you can see there, quite a difficult lie to play out of. Quite intimidating for a lot of golfers. Now before I show you this little tip on how to chip out of bad lies, let's just have a brief look at what's happening when that club is trying to lift the ball up out of a bad lie like that. The most bottom part of the club, being the sole, is obviously not able to now get right down underneath that ball because the ball is a lot lower than where it should be. So because of that, the leading edge, this part right here, can only make contact with the equator of the ball. And as a result of that, the ball doesn't have the chance to roll up the loft, which is responsible for putting the ball up into the air. And not only that, the ball can't hit the grooves, these lines here on the club, and they're responsible for generating the spin on the ball. Let's have a look at the club face from this angle. And we've got the heel, which is on the inside half here, and then we've got the toe of the club. And this is what I'm going to teach you to chip with, working the toe of the club to chip out of bad lies. And we're going to change the angle of the club as it's resting in the address position so that you can use this toe of the club to act like a knife and really dig that ball up out of that bad lie. I'm going to put this ball straight back down into that terrible lie, and we'll show you this from the behind view first. And if I go into my address position as normal, my hands are quite low, below my shoulders. For me to work the toe of the club a lot more, I'm going to have to raise the shaft angle by doing this. And your hands are going to be a lot higher than where they are for a normal chip. Nearly feels like you're more in putting type posture. Always make sure that you have a good look down and just check that now the heel of the club is a lot more higher and the toe of the club is digging down nice and deep so it can chip that ball up and out. As per normal, definitely important to have 3 or 4 rehearsals, particularly with a selective type shot like this. Making sure that we're getting good contact with the grass, very important. And checking each time that your hands are very high, shaft angles raised, toes digging in nice and deep. Taking the address position, hands up high, execute the chip as normal. An important factor to remember when chipping out of bad lies is because the ball is very low, and as I previously mentioned, it's very difficult to get all of the loft of the club onto the ball is going to roll a lot. So I would normally use my pitching wedge for this type of chip, but because my ball is sitting down very low, I'm going to go back and use sand wedge or even lob wedge if you've got one. So give this chip a go next time you're practicing. I guarantee you start working that toe of the club, you'll start chipping out of poor lies a lot more consistently. Hope it helps.